Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday, if you're seeing this on a Wednesday. We are having a thunderstorm right now, so I'm just going to tell you, hopefully we won't lose power, but you never know. So, if that does happen, sorry. That's about all I can say about that. Is if it happens, I'm sorry. So, let's have some fun. We're going to pick something off this little menu that we have here again, because I still have my numbers and don't know what I want to do today. It won't be number 5, which is the 3-minute journal, because we've already done that one. It's going to be something else. What's it going to be? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's see. I'm going to find my video and say hello so I don't get too far behind on the chat right at the beginning of the day. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Elena. So good to see you both. Hi, Kim. Good morning, Kim. Hey, Angie. Good morning. Ooh. Ooh, that's awesome, Angie. Yeah, we do love museums. Well, I mean, I love museums and I usually drag people along, but I have to go to the jazz. I need to see that. And I'd like to also see the Negro League Baseball Museum. That would be cool. My son would probably like the World War I. He's into history. And then, we love barbecue. So do they have a pass to all the above? All right. Thanks for sharing that with me, Angie. Yeah, we were talking about that last night. Like, further planning is required. Hello, Miss Jennifer. Oh, hi, Terrace. How are you? Welcome, welcome. So glad you're here. Okay, let's draw a number, any number. I've got my eyes closed. I mean, not that it matters because they're all folded up, but still. Number, drum roll, 9. Stampington. Woohoo! Okay. This is really working for me on days when I can't decide what I'm going to do. It's nice. It's nice. So I'm just going to glue these back down because I'm weird like that. I could just mark them off or something, but we'll just glue it back down. Okay, Stampington. I've got Stampington. I always have Stampington right next to me. This is Stampington, by the way. Somerset Studio is what I meant. But Stampington actually makes a number of magazines. I need to go back and check my memberships because I thought I was supposed to get the filled guide and I haven't been getting it all year. So I don't know. I need to go back and check it out. But let's just look through here and see if we can pick a project, if some inspiration can get me going. I mean, there's always inspiration. Eclectic energy looks like something I would make for sure. Like all of this, these are like journaling cards. An interactive art journal. You know what? Yeah. Let's, we've got a couple of options here. I have a few of these kinds of journals that I'm not using. See? And we could be using them. I was thinking of that last night, that these could become, you know, fun journals of sorts. Um, you know, they don't have to be planners, they don't have to be whatever, they can just be a journal. Be really nice for the purse, you know, a take along journal. Okay, so that's a possibility, something like this. I don't think I'd want to make it an interactive art journal though, because it would be, I mean, I could, but it'd be one to take, the way I see it is take with me places. Okay, but that's cool. Like that one, like all of these. These remind me of when I was at the museum at the Blanton and how I really loved all of the medieval art that they had, the Renaissance. Clean and simple, not really feeling that. I've done enough clean and simple for a while. Ooh, I like these. These would be fun to do with just like scraps, and these could be like journaling cards, things to stick in our journals. But they'd also be really pretty greeting cards. I want to do these. Let's do these. I'm going to try to not make this live 3 hours long. So this is quick and easy. We can do these with scraps. So this is Snippets of the Countryside by Mags Woodcock. Different color palettes. Lovely. That's what we're going to do, y'all. All right. I'm going to paper clip it. I really want to make more bookmarks too. So that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to do a bunch of torn edges. Might have to do some stitching. I do like to stamp on muslin fabric. I've done that with you guys quite a bit. So we could stamp some sentiments on muslin if we wanted to. We don't have to make this exact thing, but we now know where we're going. I just can't tell you how we're going to get there. I woke up at 4:45 and I got excited because it's a bitty pitty morning. Aw, Elena, you're so sweet. Let me get this gesso off my table. I think it's gesso. It's gesso, paint, or glue. Let's clean that up. All right, mine probably aren't going to be neutral, first of all. I'm not really a neutral kind of gal, but let me get some scraps and we'll just go from there. Now, don't get me wrong. When I say I'm not a neutral kind of gal, I like it when everybody else does neutral. I just don't like it when I do neutrals. Ooh, we could do Christmas. There's some bookmarks. I could make bookmarks out of these. I'm going to pull those out because I do feel like I need more bookmarks all the time. My scraps are scraps, so, you know, we kind of have to dig through them, y'all. Just like but anybody else's scraps. Oh, here's some like Amazon bag, a tissue. If we do want a little bit of neutral. Oh, look at these. They're all kind of the same, or they are all the same, and they're all horizontal. Kind of they're neutral too, so may end up eating my words on that one. We'll pull those out. These are perfect strips right here. Well, actually they're maybe too thick. Let's see. I think these are glued together. I think these are master boards. They're too thick. They're real thick. They'll work for the bookmarks. These would work. Just a couple of sheets of that. A little bit of this. My kids' Christmas list. Oh, Christmas movie list that we watched this year. My scrap pile could have anything in it. You know, this is a tag, a future tag, masterboard. Ooh. Oh, this one's got some fun. We need bigger strips than all this, you guys. We need like these kinds of strips. Ooh, these are all pretty. Let's use these. Ooh, these will go good with those pictures I pulled out too. Cool, cool. I like where this is headed. Let's pull those out for the 6x6. These are pretty. I just don't know if they're big enough. These are so pretty. Oh, I love those. Okay. I love this paper. This is Nightfall by Mente. Yeah, Mente, Nightfall. Love that. Okay. This is not Nightfall, but it's still really pretty. Okay, so that's, oh, this old flea market. We made this together, didn't we? This reverse painted, I didn't finish it, obviously. It's in the scrap pile now. Magazine pages journal. We just took book pages and painted them. Left some of the imagery in. I don't think it's finished. Yeah. It's just something to play. Just playing around. And we have some book pages. Okay. I think we're sufficiently stocked for a few cards. All this can go back in my scrap pile. I wish this was dated. My daughter made this probably when she was like 3. This little fairy card, 3 or 4. It's not dated. Okay. It's a pretty piece of paper. That's a Sweet Pea Curiosities. Okay. I'm going to put this back in my scrap bin. Hi, Miss Jackie. Hi, Nima. So good to see you. Nima, I can't wait to meet you in real life. We're going to have so much fun. Okay. So let's do this. I'm going to get a few card bases out. These shouldn't take long at all. Oh, you know what else I'm going to get? I'm going to get my index cards. Looking for my big ones I bought. Thought I put them on my desk. I did. Good girl. All right. I got these. These are going to be our bases that we just kind of glue onto our card fronts that we glue onto our card bases. Now, they could also just be journaling cards. They don't have to be greeting cards. Let's score some card bases as I hang out with you guys. Miss Jackie Evans, how you doing? Yes, 3 hours long, please. Let's see. Oh, my friend came on Memorial Day. I didn't know she was going to be in town. So at 4:30, I got a call from her like, hey, I'm 30 minutes from your house. She lives in Dallas, her and her daughter. And she's like, can I stop by and give you a high five? And I was like, always. And then I did some panic cleaning. And she was here in 30 minutes, just as promised. And we were hanging out. And then she's like, to do your hair. And I was like, yes. So she has run like hair salons for years, and I mean, she's like a regional manager, like running like 63 hair salons kind of thing. No joke. She's boss lady. So anyways, I was like, yes, please do my hair. And so we went to Sally Beauty and got stuff. And then she's like, can I please do the haircut I wanted to do for like 5 years? I was like, you have free reign. And so they ended up staying much longer because it took hours upon hours, and I made dinner, and then they ended up just staying the night because we had storms and it made the most sense. I think this is just about 5, but I'm still going to trim it just to make sure. Anyways, that was a nice surprise. And she's like, instead of paying me to do your hair, she's like, I accept greeting cards as a form of payment. So she got to go through boxes of my greeting cards and take at least 50 or more. It was fun. It was fun. So she got a whole bunch of greeting cards. Offer journals, she wasn't interested. See, they're just not for everybody, and that's okay. All right. It's okay. But greeting cards, yes. She's the one who always wants me to make her snarky greeting cards. And y'all know I had just made those ones about don't light all the candles. I just recently made those snarky cards. You're never too old for shenanigans with the donkey. Yeah, she took them. Those were right up her alley. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to tear these. Now, let's try some tearing rulers I never use. I don't know if I'm going to have a good result, but they should work with this paper. Because it's so thin. But with thicker paper, it doesn't always work great. Worked with this one. Oh, nice. Wavy gravy. We use that one. Does God care? Yes. I can answer that question. About every hair on your head, the answer is yes. Okay. Overcoming Temptation. I need that one. Temptation of craft supplies. No joke. All right, let's see how this one tears. Let's do a wider. Now, what I have done in the past with this, because this is like a thick cardstock, if it doesn't tear well, then I wet it a little bit. Oh, but that's okay. Might actually be able to use that even. I think that tore pretty well. Let's get another piece. And let's do a bigger piece because I want to see those beautiful frames. Yeah. Okay. Is this big enough? It is big enough. Yay. This is, hi Cheryl. This actually has this other wood side too if we need it, but I don't think right now that we're going to need it. Cheryl, we picked a number and landed on Stampington magazine today. So that's what I'm working on, is the Stampington project. Okay, I'll pick this wider one. Might put this narrow one on this other. Okay, yeah, we need a couple of wider ones. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I've been tearing it, shucks. Been tearing it to go lengthwise, but our pictures that we pulled out of the scrap, and we're just using scraps to show. The pictures that I pulled out of my scrap pile go horizontally. I think we need even more layers, you guys. Okay, I need this thing out of my way. All right. Let's go back to our inspiration piece, shall we? And look at it. Also, let me get those scrap pictures out. If I decide I don't like them, which might be what happens. I mean, I like this one, all right. Then we may not use them. Here's what we can do. Let's get some book pages. I was just tearing into a book the other day. Where did that go? Where did that book go? Found it. I knew it was close by. Yeah, we were just using this book the other day. Let's tear out some of these. Michael's has last year's Craftsmith pads on clearance. What are Craftsmith pads? Are those paper pads? Oh, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that, Cheryl. Hey, Linda Gorman. We've been sick, but doing well. Oh, lurking has been your mode for a while. Girl, don't you worry. Lurking has been my mode too. I finally chimed in on a WJ video yesterday. I finally felt energized enough to do that. But I get it. Totally. Sorry y'all been sick. Hope y'all get better. Get better soon. Okay, and let's just do some rough tears. So these, I feel like if they're different colors, then I'm going to want to ink. I mean, if they're the same color, I'm probably going to want to ink blend edges. I know some of y'all are like, dang, this looks like a mess. Don't worry, we'll pull it together. We will pull it together. Don't you worry. Okay, I don't mind that. Let's see. Maybe I just want the book pages on one edge and pattern pages on the other. That could also be a thing. I like that. That could also be a thing. The only thing is I feel like I need to tear this one. I like the white torn edge when there's a white core to paper and you get to see the white edge. That's my jam. nearly always. Okay, let's do this. Now, just gonna move this stuff over, boop, right over there, and we'll focus on getting these glued down. Hey, Beth. This is working on a super easy project today, using some scraps. Inspired by Somerset magazine. Have a big old thunderstorm happening in the background. Don't know if y'all can hear the rumble, but there was a lot of big thunder right before I came on. Okay. Ooh, two pretty sides. If you don't glue too close to the torn edge, you could add more layers in if you wanted them. Let's put that right there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and trim this off. See, and on the back you could have a journaling card. And so this could go inside a journal, be a nice little journaling spot, or it can go on a greeting card. Whatever makes you happy. Okay. I'm going to tear these off. I'll probably still use these. Like, we can stamp words on these little pieces of the torn book pages. Okay. Barney. The name Barney always cracks me up. I don't know why. There's no reason for it to crack me up, but it does. Maybe it's Barney Fife. Maybe because of Don Knotts. I grew up thinking he was a pretty funny guy. Okay. Danny laughed. Well, good for Danny. We're all happy that Danny laughed. All right. Just making sure the pieces, yeah, the pieces I originally had picked were still gonna fit, still gonna cover the front. Yep. Alrighty then. Gosh, I still kind of want some more layers. I might tuck some more layers here. So I'm not gluing right up to the edge of this right here. That way I can still tuck paper in there if I want to. This piece I'm going to glue all the way down because it's just so narrow and it's our cornerstone. So let's secure it. Alrighty then. See, I don't know. I'm thinking we still want even more layers. If I do that at the top, then I've got to do that at the bottom. I'm just using these pieces because we're going to have something that covers the center area. See, you can kind of add in more pieces. Yeah, like that. I think what I liked, let's go back to our inspiration piece. Let's take a look again. I guess her pieces were kind of wide, but then she too had some little pieces sticking in and out. And I like the contrast. I do think we need a little bit of contrast. The thing is this picture is so muted that if I put too much contrast in, it'll take away from the photo that we're gonna stitch on top there. But let's do a little bit of contrast. Hi, Bethany. Hey, Diane. How's it going? Oh, cool. Beth, you won last week's prompt play. Woohoo. Hey, Glow. How you doing, honey? Put that in there. Yeah, we're just going to do just a wee bit of contrast here, because then you know there's different layers. And then, oh geez, I'm trying to think of where did I see it? Oh, it was at my other desk. Hold on. No. Where did I put it? Oh, shucks, y'all. I don't know where I put it. I had a piece of seam binding, just a tiny scrap. That would have been the perfect color. I've also got ribbon. Ooh, that piece of chiffon. Ooh, I kind of like this piece. What I wanted, ooh, no, not that one. Not for this particular piece. Ooh, these might work. It's kind of green. I'm liking the green today. What's that say about me? I don't know. I'd like to attract some money, please. But that's no different than any other day. Okay. Let's bring in a little fabric to the equation. Guess I should glue these down. I also think I'm making this a little more fiddly on this card than I need to. The next cards, we're not going to be so fiddly about this. But I'm trying to get the aesthetic kind of idea where I want it, and that way I can just replicate. But these next two aren't going to be so fiddly. I'll make sure of that. Okay. So now that's all glued. I think we're going to tear down this photo just a little bit. Let's try another ruler. Let's try this one. So these are, I don't know that they still make them or not, but they're the We Are Tear Guide rulers. Is what these are. I've had them for years and years and years and years. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll do this one over here. These are printables. I don't remember where they're from. That drives everyone crazy, I'm sure, but ooh, yeah, I like it. I think I might tear just a little more off this edge. I want to see a little more of that green paper back there. So let's take off another layer. Hi, Carmen. Are you and Beth going to be live today on Beth's channel? I will try to check y'all out. I know I'll still be sitting at that point, so I'll try to check y'all out. Okay, I like it. Now, whew. Windows are shaking. Y'all heard that one, didn't you? Heard that. Everybody okay? I know, scared me too. I shook a little. That was a rumble. Yes. Thunder. Mm-hmm. Okay. Dog's upset. Pacing. It's okay, Faz. Here she comes. She's like, are you sure, Mom? It's okay, girl. It's okay. She's not a fan of thunder. Okay, now I could put a little sentiment even on paper here. Now I have to make sure whatever I put here isn't overpowering the image. I might need to move it all over here just because that image is so like soft and dainty, but we might put that cluster right there. I'm going to take this to my, oh shoot, I'm going to sew it not onto here because still this could be like a journaling card. So I'm just going to sew directly just on this one sheet of paper. Almost done, you guys. Did you hear that?
Oh, I heard the stuff in my room shaking.
I know. My window was shaking too. Everybody heard that. All right. Okay. And, you know, leave the threads on if that's your jam. Take them off if it's not. What about lace? Do we need to fit a little lace in on this situation? I feel like embossing folders or lace. Let's do that with the next one. I think this one's been fiddly enough, personally. You could make this part a pocket too. Oh, here comes some more, you guys. Brace yourself. I have to put a trigger warning on this video. So people don't like thunder. Okay. There we go. Just trim it up a little bit. Okay, and now I think I'll just stitch these on real quick, like run back over to my sewing machine and stitch those on right there. Okay, sorry, my dog gets upset if the weather radio goes off, but ignores weather otherwise. It's funny that it knows the weather radio, Vicki. I guess they've designed it so that anybody or anything hears that sound, they know there's...
Love you.
Bye, I love you. Be careful out there. Okay, let's see if we can find a sentiment that would even fit right there. If not, no worries. I've got words. I've got other things. I printed a whole bunch. So we can definitely find something to go right there. Like one of these strips. Take it in. Take it all in. Isn't she lovely? Does you wait, remember the little things. Come what may. Be gentle with yourself. I won't be silent. Believe. Wonder. Do. I'm going to do a new day. We're going to make this one a journaling card, not a greeting card. And it kind of looks like a new day kind of image. And I think, yep, fits perfectly right there on that old book page. Oh boy, this one felt fiddly. Is this fiddly? I wasn't expecting this to be a fiddly craft. Next ones won't be. That's what I'm saying now. We'll see if that's true. I need to tear a little more off so we can see those stitches. We like stitches around here if they're on our project. Okay. Journaling card, check. Now we do have a little bit of this down here. That's fine. I mean, you could totally decorate the other side anyways, right? Like we could take our scraps and could cover that stitch if we want to. A little scrap action. If I had longer scraps, we could do a similar kind of design where they go across the card, but we'll just do a little cluster. How about that? Ooh, I like that. And let's put this back here. Making a fiddly card even more fiddly. Leave it to me. Okay, but it's good. It's all good. Yay, now I'll have something to tuck in a pocket of a journal. Let's move this down. There we go. Put it right there. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm covering up that stitching, but you don't have to. If you want to leave yours, you can leave it. All right. Now the back isn't so plain. Could ink blend it. Hi, Reagan. How's it going? Hey, Sala. Good morning. How are y'all? She switched her chances. Oh, that's an interesting saying, Angie. Here comes some more thunder. Okay. All right, let's move on. We can do one vertically. You don't need tearing rulers. I'm just trying to use more and more of the things that I have. I never use those funky kind of tearing rulers, and I should. I really like them on these cards, and they're working out. Okay. All right. Maybe something like that. I like that. Okay. So let's glue it down. Then we'll use some hiding so much paper. We can use that on our next card. This one we'll put on a greeting card. How about that? We'll alternate, change it up. Okay. Ruh-roh, I forgot the order of things here. That happens sometimes. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let's put this down. Kind of crooked cut. That's all right. Diane, she's already got next week's prompts. That's awesome. You can get a head start, Beth. Hi, Messy Missy. How you doing? Let's go ahead and trim that part off. Oh, I said we're going to do lace on this one, didn't I? Okay. Fret not. I shall grab the lace. All right. Oh, don't forget this piece. Okay. And I don't know what my focal point is going to be on this one, but we'll figure that out. Go. Oh, this piece is supposed to go underneath there. Well, we'll just have to bring in the lace or the ribbon. All right. Lots of family coming in town today. Ooh. Oh, it's not for a happy occasion. Oh, I'm sorry, Beth. My dog is whining. It's okay, Faz. Thunder's not for everyone. She used to never be scared of it, and I think some of it's age, but also she was outside one time, and she was being snoopy probably around my rose bushes, and there was a big slap of thunder, and it was unexpected. Like, I didn't know I was letting her out, you know, and there was going to be thunder or anything. Anyways, I ran to the door to call her in, and she was right there, and she was bleeding, and I think she had been right by a rose bush, and she jumped and it scratched her in a few places. I think she was like snooping in the bush, and ever since that day she's not a fan. She's like, no thank you when the thunder comes. Okay, we're gonna use this. This is just a scrap I had. I don't even know what it's from. Doesn't matter. But we're gonna put this right on that seam. I could stitch it, but you know, not everyone does the whole stitching thing, so we're just gonna glue. You know what? Let's stamp on it, though. I think it'd be cool to stamp on it. So let's stamp maybe, ooh, I've got this stamp sitting over here. Yeah, let's stamp this on there. You're really loving the prompts when you're stuck. Hey, Lydia. Welcome, welcome. Gwen, he's been very uncomfortable, but mainly complained of having difficulty breathing. Oh, no. You kind of like the blue in the middle of the orange? Oh, like over here? Let's see. Where did my... There she is. Gosh, I was about to be sad if I couldn't find my Dollar Tree silicone mat. My $1.25 friend. All right, we're going to stamp this. Now, I'm just using Memento tuxedo black. There we go. Nice. Gosh, time flies around here. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, cool. Like it. Like it a lot. Okay. I use some Fabri-Tac. I've got to get through this bottle. It's oozing out this broken, this top is broken. It's busted on the side. And there's still quite a bit of glue in here. I really need to use it up. So I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac to glue down this ribbon. Okay. Oh gosh, we posted a free washer and dryer last night. I'm sure somebody's going to be trying to pick that up today in the rain. Okay, we need a focal point. I've got focal points. I got all these printables over here. Ooh, Sparkle Heart would pick this one right away. She is enchanted with Paris. With the idea of Paris, I should say. Okay, we're gonna, well, great. So they're all upside down. Hold on. Now these aren't as tall as my card. But I only need a piece of them anyways. That's really cute. London. Lots of phone booths. Don't see those anymore. Ooh, like the train. So this is that Traveler digital from Sweet Pea Curiosities. She needs a gent or something, a cart. She needs some help. I feel bad for her every time I see her bogged down with all that luggage. No, thank you. That is not the way to go. Ooh, I like the cafe too. London Fog. Let's see. She keeps calling to me. I think she's what I want to use. I know this yellow would be kind of pretty with the yellow. Brother, can I find my project? There's a lot of stuff. All right. Anyways, yeah, she's the one. I want to use her. That's who I want. She could go in a traveling journal. Or a bon voyage card for a friend. Where do I want to put her? Yeah, no, I want her over here. Oh, brother, this is starting to feel like my brother's cast situation. He kept trimming off his cast until it was non-existent. I feel like that's what's happening with this photograph. I glued that down too close, or I just put it underneath there. I might put another strip on top of it. Here comes some more, you guys. then I wish I had more of that green paper. I'd probably put another, I have a different one, another strip there. Or do I just want to fussy cut her out? Look, if we end up getting to nothing, I'll grab another picture. My brother was like, well, my cast was itching, and he kept trying to get to the itch, you know? So then he got the bright idea to go out in his garage and get a Dremel and file some of the cast off, because surely that part wasn't necessary. It was excessive. And then he kept doing that until he had drilled so much of the cast off, filed so much of the cast off, that he had to go back and get it reset again. And his wife had to take his drill away. No more Dremel for you, sir. Okay, let's glue this down. Bye, Nima. See you later, alligator. Oh, I can't say that. You're in Florida. Have a wonderful day. I won't be here too long. The plan is to not be here too long. I'm trying to keep these lives shorter. Been having all these marathons, wearing me out. And probably you too. Okay. I like that. But now she needs to stand on something. She needs a platform. Otherwise, she looks ghostly, like she's floating in midair. Can't do her like that. Let's see, this is just like a scrap, but it kind of looks like a wood plank. Can make her stand on that. Could give her a soapbox, but we don't want that. It's too early in the morning for a soapbox. Let's see. What about, ooh, I like that suitcase. Let's fussy cut out that suitcase. Let's have her stand on that. I love days like this, especially if I could just stay in bed. I'm going to have to cut off part of her dress. Get all these scraps out of my way. Feeling a little fiddly still. All right. I love this fabric, the dainty flowers. Okay. We have this. Trying to figure out that whole seam right there. Yeah, I think I like it between the suitcase and the lady. And then we need, for sure, another sentiment. And we'll probably put it right there as well. Adventure. How about adventure? These words are from Pink Monarch Prints, by the way. Yeah, we'll put adventure right there. Okay. We did it. Yeah, I gotta cut that out. I can't help it. Let's give this bear razor one more chance to be cool. And if not, I'm gonna put it in the trash can because I'm not playing with a razor blade that doesn't lock. It just makes me too nervous. I paid $1 for it. I'd rather keep my finger than worry about the $1 I spent on it. Okay. It did okay. May live to see another day in my craft room. All right, let's do this. No turning back now. Okay. She's at the 9 3/4 platform. You like that lady too? Me too. Kylie Bertucci. She's the one that, isn't she a Stampin' Up demonstrator? Stampin' Up. She's Australian. Am I thinking of the right person? Maybe, maybe not. I'm in bed, but it's 10 p.m. Good job. I've been going to bed late, waking up late. My friend was here. I was so glad I wasn't committed to do a live with y'all. So on Memorial Day on Monday, my friend was here. We stayed up till midnight. Yesterday was long. But I didn't wake up till 6:30, I think. Slept good last night. Okay, so there is that card. We're going to make this one a card. The last one is a journaling card. This one's going to be a greeting card. Something for everyone. We'll make one more and I'm going to go. And then I'll be back with y'all on Saturday. What will we do on Saturday? I don't know. Probably have to pull something out of my hat again. We'll probably have to draw another number. And let Lady Luck decide. Okay. Now, I am going to tell y'all, I have got to get back to decorating the insides of my cards because my friend, you know, she went through boxes of my cards. She's like, why don't you do the insides? Why are the insides always blank? And that is the feedback I get from most people. Most people expect there to be something on the inside of their card. And I know that because of craft fairs and family members who go through my stuff. And for so long, I didn't consider a card done until the inside was done. And then I kind of got away from that. I need to get back to it because I want it done as well. Even if it's just like, you know, stamping a little, put a little scrap of paper, just something. Put something in there. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to use this little scrap, same stamp that I used on the ribbon on the cover. Just put a little something in there. She responded well, even if I had done this, even if she found cards where I had done this exact thing, like, oh, just stamp a little something, use some scraps of paper. She felt like those were more complete. But if she opened it and nothing was on the inside, she didn't feel like that was enough. Everyone's going to be different. I'm not trying to boss you around. I'm giving you the feedback that I got so we can all take it in. People want a note inside already written. Yeah, a lot of them really do. I told her, I said, look, the good thing about this is there's no sentiment on the front. There's no sentiment on the inside, so you can use it for whatever you want. And she's like, yeah. And the real kicker was then she turned it over to the back, and out of all the cards that she picked, she had like, I don't know, 60 cards or more. None of them had my stamp on the back. So she's like, what are you doing? We've been friends for over 20 years. So, you know, we're more like sisters. We just tell each other how it is. And when my father died, she was right by my side. She's Italian. So she came and did all the cooking on the day of my father's funeral. She made lasagnas and ziti and garlic bread and salad for all of our family who came over after the funeral, and she did everything. I didn't have to lift a finger. She loved my father. She was telling me the other day she thought of him and cried. She goes and visits because she lives closer to his grave than I do. She goes and visits his grave sometimes. They bonded. One time she was pregnant, and she couldn't get this she always wore this toe ring, and she couldn't get it off, and she was going home with me. We lived 4 hours away from my parents, but she would go home with me when I would go home to my parents' house. And so my dad ended up cutting the the ring off her toe. And then I think he got it fixed for her so she could resized it so she could keep wearing it on her finger. My dad was that kind of guy. Okay. I'm loving green today. I'm even wearing green. See? Olive green. One of my favorite colors. It is a green day. I'm attracting money today. That's what it is. Yeah, he used to fix her car for her. The other day, she was like, gosh, I just wish I could call your dad and ask him a car question. You know, sweet. Very, very sweet. I spoke at my dad's funeral, and she was like, I don't know how you did that. I was just sitting there and I couldn't stop crying. She was like, you're so strong. I don't even know what I said. It's a blur. All right. I think we got it, you guys. Now we need another focal point. I have got some scraps. I want to add this layer over here. Oh, yeah. That's cool. Okay. I like it. All right. Let's do it again. Let's find a focal point. Oh, maybe we could use one of these grungy, funky little pieces from Sweet Pea Curiosities. I feel like I always use flowers or butterflies. Could throw a bird on it. That's pretty. These are Sweet Pea Curiosities mixed media birds. Ooh, let's use this too. Okay. Ooh, also got those. Uh-oh, now we have too many options. Just stop with your first, with the first one, but I think I might end up just using one of these ladies. These are Sweet Pea Curiosities as well. Someone like you. Interesting. I think these match the vibe. I want to say that these are called Retro Ladies. If you're Sweet Pea Curiosities is on Etsy. I haven't made a Sweet Pea Curiosity video in months and months and months, and then suddenly her stuff is like all I'm using. Go figure. I love her though. Marisa is a very sweet person, and I love her stuff. So, you know what? I think we're going to make this one horizontal. Yeah, I'm going to turn it this way. Just for funsies. All right, let's get this glued down. Okay. Where is she? Let's put this lady to work. Just laying around looking pretty. You got to get to work, lady. My paperweight. All right. Do your job. All right. I just want to tack these together. So I'm not trying to rearrange them over and over again. Just do a little tack them together real quick. Get them where I want them. Everybody in their places. I'll come back and glue them properly. All right. Yeah. Okay. She did a nice job. Did you create the paperweight? I did, Maddie. It took me I did it over a couple of lives. So, you know, it's a rock, and I painted it with gesso, let it dry. And because it's a rock, it's always cool to the touch, it takes longer to dry. So I had to let the gesso dry. We came back again. I painted with acrylic paint, did my background, and then I think we came back again and I collaged on it and sealed it with Mod Podge. But yeah. I have more rocks. I want to make more. The paperweight is nice. First of all, it's actually really handy, and I just love it. Okay. Just gluing everybody together. There we go. Now, I'm trying to think of when that was, Maddie. I made it a couple of months ago. We'll make some more. I was showing everybody the other day. I have a pile of rocks to make more paperweights. We'll do it again. Or I might make it a, a pre-recorded video, just so you don't have to worry about the drying time. I can edit that part out. I think that's the bonus of like being able to do a pre-recorded videos. Projects like that where you have a lot of dry time, you can just kind of omit that. Save everyone some time. So we're all not waiting on paint to dry together. You could be doing other more important things with your life than that. I have to trim this down a little bit. She's a little tall for, I like that bird too. I really like her. Because of the colors, and well, I just really like those ladies. But this bird would also work. She feels a little tall. I think she would fit better going this way, but I don't want it to go that way. I want it to go like this way or this way. I think I want it like this. So let's fussy cut this bird. I think this bird might be the answer. Edit out the parts I don't want to cut, like that. I'm not going to worry about the white. I'll go back and hit that with my brush. I like that Marisa did a lot of these mixed media, and she did kind of backgrounds on them. So there's, seemingly layers to it. Oh, I'm just editing a lot now. Okay, no problem. No live on Friday. I don't think so. Not this week. I think I'm going to stick to Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. But I'll miss you guys. You know I will. Last week, I felt like I had a video out almost every day. So this week, I'm, trying not to do that. I know that might be some people's goals, but I feel like maybe that's too much. So I'm just hitting this with a little brown ink on those white edges. I've got Scorched Timber on here, which is a really dark, beautiful, gosh, I think it's my favorite Tim Holt. Like, as far as his dark colors, for sure, it's my favorite. But man, do I love scorched timber. I think I like more neutral based colors than like warm or cool. I feel like this is a neutral. Like Vintage Photo, Does his favorite, is a little more orangey to me. It's more warm. This is a little more cool or neutral. Vintage Photo is great. And some video, you know, some projects you really would want Vintage Photo. I just have fallen in love with this scorched timber. Okay. Scorched timber. I think this needed that darker contrast too. Yeah. What if we do something? Let's cut this part off. I'm still going to use it. I'm going to glue it down to the card, but I'm going to bump up this part, add a little dimension. Let's also add, because I still have some more over here of this floss, this embroidery floss. We'll probably need both pieces. Get my Dollar Tree foam squares. Okie doke. Oh, I guess this one will have to go on a card, you guys, since, sorry, let me clear my desk off a little bit. It's a little bit of a nuisance to look at. There you go. This will have to be a card since I'm putting foam on it. I don't want to put foam inside my journal. Okay, now I'm going to attach my floss to the foam. Yeah, we're going to need that other piece. Perfect. That'll work. Ah, good. Good sticky foam. All right. When in doubt, put some cement on it. Oh yeah, that's nice with the gold foiling too. Just a little detail. And then this part we're just going to glue straight down. Just for funsies. Get it underneath that gold. There we go. Yeah. Nice. We could put a sentiment on this one too. I like this bee believing. How about make today beautiful? That's what we've done. We've taken a random Wednesday and made it beautiful. Hopefully. Make today beautiful. And we can put, we still have a little bit of this left over. Can put that behind our sentiment. Ooh, I like that. Let's do that. Why 100 cards, Diane? Are you using Kendra's card challenge for templates? Happy, I'm so far. I want to go back. Scorched Timber is the bomb. Hey, Zane. I totally agree. Gwen Simmons, have I said hello to you? I hope so. I assume buddies or subbies. Let's see. Darn autocorrect. Darn it to pieces. Most of your hubbies are in the USA. Yeah, I think she meant subbies. Darn autocorrect. Well, that was fun to catch up on. Okay, then I'm back to the paperweight, which, sorry, I think was the last time I looked up. Buddies or subbies, right? One hubby is enough. I agree, Diane. My hubby got frustrated with me last night. Like, first time in years, because I was supposed to post a picture of for that washer and dryer like a week ago. And I keep forgetting it till I walk out and I see it covered under blankets under the porch awning, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to get rid of that. I'm supposed to post a picture of that. So last night he was like, well, did you take a picture? Did you post it? No. It's like, come on. That was the extent. Come on. So I did after dinner. I just forget. I don't mean to be like, I don't mean to be that way. I just genuinely forget. If it's not right in front of my face, or I'm not real excited about it, I forget it. Make today beautiful. Bless his heart. It's a lot to put up with. All right, we're going to put that on a card base and we'll be done. We'll have made 3. Again, I put these on index cards, so they could be journaling cards. All right. Fun. And let's just see if using all the screen today, if I've channeled some unexpected windfall of money coming my way. Let's just all put the good vibes towards that. I'm about to have a teenager driver. I need all the green I can get. All right. Here are our projects today. I really love them. Very green indeed. All right, let's go back to our inspiration because we want to give hats off to Mags Woodcock. Snippets of the Countryside. Oh, espresso, yummy. I love lattes. Granted, I know it's got a lot of milk in it. It's not straight up espresso or anything, but I do like them. So this is where our inspiration came from this morning. It came from Mags Woodcock, and this is in the Somerset Studio, May, June, July 2025. And let's just admire her work again. Love her layers. She definitely put lace. I never got the lace out. That's okay. We did put fabric on hers. These are her examples. Lovely. Nice job, Mags. These are our examples. So this one's a journaling card that I could put in a journal. Come on, Dusty Rose. I think this would go nicely in Dusty Rose. Let's pop it in here. Could go, well, it might be too wide to go right there yet. Have y'all seen this yet? The pockets? We did these together, right? I think I showed y'all this video last week when we made the pockets, but yeah, that could potentially go there. I think it's still a little big. It's a big journaling card. You don't have to make them this big. I might have to make a pocket just to hold this card. My nanny's homemade wine recipe. This is my journal. No, I haven't written in it yet, but it is my journal. Let's just clip it in. We'll clip it in right here with this page for now. I can make a pocket for her later, but there. I'd probably definitely make it smaller than 5 by 7 if I were making journaling cards, but that's okay. I like it. It goes with Dusty Rose quite nicely. And then we made 2 greeting cards. Adventure. Oh, yeah, and I actually did something on the inside. What do you know? I like this. And make today beautiful. I like that one too. Really pretty. We didn't do anything. Oh, let's fix that. Oh, Gwen, I'm sorry. I didn't look up. You guys, I meant to come in here. I need to make a note. I was going to make a different card. Yesterday I had ideas about what I wanted to do with y'all this morning, and I forgot. Oh, man. I'm going to write it down. We'll do it on Saturday. I'll try to remember. Stamp that right there. Just for funsies. So no one will open the card and be disappointed. We have 1 strip, perfect, of paper left. Let's put that down. Ooh, this could be a pocket. Let's make it a pocket. I know it's a little longer than my card, so that's why I'm excessively gluing those edges. Nice. Okay. All right. She liked my cards with pockets. Now I did have some cards that had things on the inside, and she liked the ones where I put pockets inside of them. See? And then you could add things into the pockets. I'm just making this up for now. But yeah, can add things into the pockets for that card. Okay, all done here today. Oh, have fun, Beth. Take care. Glad you were here. Show me the money. Oh, thanks, Gwen. I'm so glad. I'm glad you're here with me. Yeah, I do. That's what happens, Gwen. I get in the zone. Not auto zone. Not that zone. The crafty zone. See you mañana. Well, not me. Beth will be live tonight, by the way. John's here. Hi, John. John and Jill. I think Beth and Carmen will be live this evening at I think it's 5 p.m. Central over at Happy Place Crafting. So I know that live. I usually try to catch it, hang out. And I'm sure there will be others. There will be others. Bill and Tracy usually do Tuesday, Thursday. Elizabeth does the evenings. Debbie does Tuesdays. So hers was last night. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, you guys, this morning. Good morning and afternoon and evening. I know we've got all times of day. Diane needs to go to sleep. Good night, Diane. I'm not your mom. You don't have to go to sleep, but you can. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I got to go to work. Now time to replicate another Bitty Penny card. These are fun, John. I just used my scraps and tore them and layered them and then threw a piece of ephemera and a sentiment on them. And on this one, we got a pocket. These are easy. These are fun. Lots of fun. She's on at stupid o'clock for me. You're on the replay crew. All right. I love you guys so much. Y'all have a great week and, few days. I'll be back on Saturday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Until then, take care. Make some crafty things. Good luck at the dentist I need to go to. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.